Booyah! Welcome to Ask Hypnotica 81. This is a special segment because my subscriber rate just went over 10,000 people, and I'm going to offer you guys something pretty cool at the end of this video if you stick around. Listen, most people probably won't watch this from the 10,000 because that's just the nature of the internet and people are busy. But if you watch this video, like I said, there's going to be something really cool and offer that I'm going to share with you. So let's actually get into the meat of why we're here today, because we're going to talk about a letter that came in. It says, Magomed, that's what I think his name is. He says, "Dear Eric, I'm immensely grateful for you and educating us on sharing your experience with an open heart. I'm using your products. My personal favorite is the Masculine Matrix, priceless stuff. Thank you. My question today is about morning rituals. First, what is your experience on this? And what are some positive, uplifting, grounding, and masculine rituals for every morning? Thank you for answering. Best regards, Mo from Moscow." Okay, let me talk about the morning ritual because it's probably one of the most important things that you can do to start your day like this. Now, unfortunately for me, I have a schedule that breaks things up on a couple nights, maybe 3, sometimes 4. I get home at 4 a.m. in the morning. Now, my best ritual time is when I'm on point and I'm working and I'm going to bed somewhat earlier. If I wake up between 4 and 6, which is rare, okay, and I get motivated and I get put on something, I'm flawless for the day. It's some of my most productive days possible. If when I get home at 4 and I wake up, say around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, okay, my theory is this, all right? Imagine that the world is actually like a big steering wheel, all right? Now, this is a new concept here, but I'm going to explain this. It's not a planet, it's actually a steering wheel. Now, those people that get up first actually get to hold on to the steering wheel and do the most turning in the direction that they want to take it. Now, as time goes on and more people wake up, more and more hands get on the steering wheel, and pretty much you're like, damn, man, it's a little bit harder to go that way. So the trick is get up early, grab that steering wheel, steer it in the direction, and have those first few hours of the day without a bunch of people trying to steer it their way. It's a big improvement on productivity that I've noticed. Also, when you wake up in the morning, this is one of the rituals. I'm actually talking about it now in case you didn't get that. But one of the biggest things about rituals in the morning, there's what I call thought pollution in the air. When you first wake up and it's early in the morning, a lot of people aren't awake. So the brain waves that we're putting out, I call it thought pollution because most people have polluted thoughts, all right? It's down. So your connection with the universe or inspiration or creativity, I found, is at the highest. If you've ever woken up this early and you get motivated on something and you go, most people are like, wow, I'm really productive in the morning. Now, as time goes on, things wake up, cars start going, internets and all this, there's like a static in the air. And I've found that it's a lot harder to be much more productive at those times in the morning. So I just want to let you know, here's one of the rituals, okay? Get up early. You get up early and you go to work right away. Now I'm going to talk about a couple different theories that I'm bouncing back and forth with. One of them is this. When I wake up early and I do my first ritual, and my first ritual is get to work, I get things done, all right? And there's a couple different philosophies out there that talk about this. One is as soon as you wake up, get to work, okay? Then it's like you get that hard thing out of the day. It's like do the worst first, eat the frog. And what that means first is, hey, if you got a plate and there's a frog on it, if you eat the frog, then the rest of the food seems a lot easier. So if you do the worst first and you get out of the way, then you're moving forward. And it's like most people put off the hard things. So you're building actually a habit of doing the worst first. And then when that's out of the way, everything seems easier. It's a good habit to have as far as the way that your neurology and your brain works on being productive. Now, I've played around with this a little bit. The other thing is get to the gym. Now, me personally, okay, I'm much more productive when I wake up and I start working because to me, work is what everyone should do. Exercise is super important as well, okay, but in my case, okay, I tend to be a little bit more focused when I get right to work. Now, I've tried it this way and where I go to the gym, and when I go to the gym, I use a lot of brain power in the gym. If I'm in there and I'm pushing the weight, what I found is when I get back from the gym, I'm not as focused on doing the actual work. However, there are people that once you get going and you do high intensity motion and you're exercising, it actually increases your ability to focus and your ability to have more energy. So you might want to play around with that, find out what actually works best for you. Me personally is like get the work out of the way, then when you're done, go work out. That's in an optimal setting. Okay, I don't have the optimal setting that much, so sometimes I'm a little bit inconsistent. Now, the next real powerful ritual that I've found, and what Brian Tracy says, is take 10 minutes of your day and plan. Now, there's a couple different concepts here. If you plan your day, okay, the day before you go to bed, like your brain kind of works on it a little bit, and so when you're ready to go, boom, you wake up and you're already into it. The second way is when you wake up, sit there and plan, and that helps, get your energy moving for the day. He says about 10 minutes of planning will save you about an hour's time of execution doing it. So, figure it out for yourself, see what works for you. But it's definitely, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a plan, you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of mental energy. So sit down, spend 10 minutes, figure out what you're going to do for the day, and go do it. Now, another thing that I personally like to do if I'm really setting it up is I think of like our aura or our electromagnetic system as a force field. Okay, think about like this is the human. I have my own force field, my own aura, my own energy that I'm pushing out, and you can study that through Kirlian photography, how that works. Oh, getting bit by a mosquito here. All right, and this is the way I do it. It's like spend 10 minutes, think of the intention you want for the day, and breathe it in. So it'd be like. And build up your energy. Build up your energy for the day because shit is gonna happen. I can guarantee it. And if you have your energy built up and you're like, and you spend 10 minutes, you're gonna feel like you have all this reserve to pull from. So when shit comes at you, it's like boom, it bounces off. Maybe it hits your force field. It goes down to 95, 90, 85. Okay. But at the end of the day, your force field's probably still there before it actually gets to you. So like I said, if you don't do it, you're just waking up and you haven't built up your energy. It comes in, boom, it hits you square on. And all of a sudden it's affecting your energy. This is my own personal little thing. I found it works really well, and it helps calm my mind for the day to go out there and attack the day. Another ritual you can do, this only takes a second. It's not hard, okay? As soon as your eyes open, say thank you. Thank you that your eyes open, because there's a lot of people that just didn't open their eyes. They closed them the night before, but they're never going to open them up again. So a quick little thank you is throwing a little gratitude in there. Thank you. What can I get accomplished for the day? How can I be the original solution to the world's problem through your unique DNA? Okay, another important ritual is drink some water with lemon, okay? It's one of the most powerful things you can do because when we go to sleep, okay, we're exhaling through our respiration, and when you respirate, okay, when you breathe out, okay, water goes with it. And you want to wake up feeling refreshed, and you want to get that water back into your system as soon as possible because most people are chronically dehydrated, and it's not a good thing. When you're dehydrated, your brain does not work at maximum or optimal levels. So get a big thing. Like I always start out in the morning every day, okay, with drinking at least a quart. Just get it down, get it in there so you know that the water's being redistributed throughout your body. That's a ritual that you want to stick with. So like I said, I want to just remind you how important rituals are. Listen, okay, if you don't get a ritual, if you don't get that momentum going for the things that you want, you're not going to be as productive. You're not going to be as optimal in life as you can, because once the body gets, on auto drive and it's doing it in a good direction, you're going to be kicking ass in life, and that's what you really want. Listen to this. Benjamin Franklin once said, your net worth in the world is usually determined by what remains after when you take your bad habits and you subtract them from your good habits. Think about that, okay? The more good habits you have, the more powerful you're going to become. And it's absolutely important as a man to set up rituals that are going to complement, support, and enhance your life. Start small. Don't try to get them all at once. Practice one, get it into habit, and kick ass. Now, because you're probably listening to this, and if you got this far, congratulations. I'm going to offer you a little program. For this is because I went 10,000. Now, a lot of people aren't going to get this. So this is the offer I'm going to do, and I don't do this a lot, okay? This is going to save you, I don't know, like $2,400, all right? Only for those that listen to this. If you send me an email to askhypnotica@gmail.com, okay, and you send $100 to a PayPal address, which is hypnotica144@mac.com, put $100 in there, and I'm going to give you $2,500 worth of a program that is extremely powerful. Okay, this program took me 24 years to build. It's called Ultimate Man, and what it is it's basically taking the master circle, which is 24 guys in my life that I found that were super powerful and magical with women. Okay. It's about, I don't know, maybe 50 hours worth of material just in that, all right? And it's these interviews that I interviewed. It's me breaking down their interviews, showing how their thought process works, giving you a little bit of motivation, and following up with a hypnotic program, a hypnotic trance of each person's mentality integrated so you can listen to it. You become a much more powerful person in that. And I'm also throwing in my ultimate man, which is talking about more on how to be much more powerful, much more positive, talking about health, talking about all kinds of things from language patterns to everything. Okay, so I'm throwing both those together only for you that it's listening to this. If you subscribed, okay, and this is the way you do it. Go to askhypnotica@gmail.com, put in $100, send it to PayPal. That's my PayPal address is hypnotica144@mac.com. I'll see that it came in, and I'm going to send you a link so that you get all that material. It's like, I don't know, it's probably 90 hours of both of those programs put together. It's going to kick ass. You're going to kick ass. So, like I said, I'm only doing it because maybe there's some random people out here watching this, and I appreciate you out there, so I'm giving you one hell of a deal. Never going to happen again. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to do. I want you, if you have a question, to send it to askhypnotica@gmail.com. I want you to kick ass and enjoy your day. This is Ask Hypnotica 81. See you soon, my friends. Adios.